Yo, today's gonna be a little bit of a different type of video. Um, yeah, so let's just start off with this, right? So if you look here, you see like a big blow up day. Not gonna lie, it was bound to happen sooner or later. Um, yeah, and I was too ashamed. I was too ashamed. I didn't even want to look at the chart. I didn't even want to talk about this day. Yeah. So I didn't even like record like a video yesterday. I just said, you know, let's forget about it and I'm gonna review it tomorrow, right? Yeah, so I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know what happened. I don't even know what happened. Um well I do, but it was really crazy. If you look at all my previous days, like usually, the average trade is like under 10, right? Like, there's not a lot of trades over 10. Like these days, it's just because I was taking like more contract sizes. It wasn't because I was trading more. But this is definitely abnormal. Um, yeah. It- you know, all of like my impulsive thoughts, all of my bad habits just came up at once, right? Um, yeah, so I'm not gonna lie, I don't even, it is honestly like a blur, right? So let's just start off with, so basically on Monday, um, market opened lower, expecting this draw on liquidity. Um, went over this previously, right? In the previous video, basically, market went the weekly open NWOG, um, took some low-hanging fruit liquidity, filled some of this inefficiency, and then reversed into the end of the day, and continued that in the overnight session on Tuesday. Um, Looking back in hindsight, NWOG was definitely um, one of the targets. But basically coming into to this day, I was kind of expecting like a Tuesday reversal where um, basically, let's see the cues. Basically, price is rolling over from the 21 and the 9. Um, and then so this gap down is like kind of like signaling acceleration to the downside. However, that was kind of committal for the first day of the week, especially since there's more earnings later on into the week. So there was a chance that Tuesday was going to be reversal, and this was just going to be the the manipulation wick for the week. So like that, right? So yeah, that was kind of one of the scenarios that I was expecting, and so um, when that was playing out. Um, Basically, I was like, all right, let me just let price go for as high as it wants, and I won't really take a trade because, well, first of all, my bias is still bearish, right? But the reason I was bearish is because overall, I'm still expecting price to roll over. But in hindsight, I should have realized that, all right, we took internal sell side, we filled in some inefficiency, and so most likely we're going to be looking for some buy side liquidity, right? We already delivered and we failed to move lower, so we're most likely going to look for some buy side liquidity or opposing liquidity, right? Um, but yeah, that's just hindsight. Um, yeah, so the real reason why I kind of blew up yesterday was because I got denied on my payout request. So if you look here, um, on Tuesday would have been my third payout request. And so basically, what had happened was, even though I had 15 days of winning, when I requested my second payout, I had 11. But that wasn't that kind of wasn't true because when I requested it, I actually had 10. Um, but when they processed it, I had 11. So that's why Monday didn't count, or it did count, but it wasn't enough, right? And so I was kind of crashing out a bit because I got denied my payout and I had to trade one additional day of plus 200. So I was like, all right, let me just take a quick trade. Um, First trade didn't work out, so I started like over leveraging, doing some hella stupid shit. And so usually, like, I mean, not even usually, I honestly never do this. I never do what I did yesterday. It kind of scares me because um I don't even know why I did it. Like my theory is kind of scary to say, but yeah, I'm trying to be as honest as I can with myself. Like I'm not trying to like, brag or like do anything. Like that's not the point of this. The point of this is to be um take responsibility, to be honest with myself about what happened. And yeah, so yeah, I honestly like I've been trading pretty carefully, with like trading like one contract, two contracts, and all that. So I was being a little impulsive, um, and I wanted to like go crazy. So I literally went in 15 contracts and I got stopped out immediately. Like in that same second, I got stopped out because I have um I have auto uh bracket orders for 700 risk and 1400. So when I got into 15 contracts, um I ended up getting stopped out immediately, and because it hit my $700 stop loss, which is like literally like nothing, like a few points. And nowadays like a few points goes by too quick. So over leveraging, and this is, mind you, right at market open too. So I was crashing out a bit. I was being pretty stupid. Um yeah, then, later on in the day, um, basically, and also another thing to mention was that I didn't do any of my usual analysis. I didn't know where any levels are, where London High, Asia High, any of that was. I was just trading. Like I like woke up, I was feeling lazy, um, and then I saw that I didn't even get my payout, so I was kind of crashing out. Um, yeah, honestly, like it kind of scares me because you can't, the one thing I like to tell myself is like the market is already, very hard, kind of unpredictable, a lot of things that you can't control. So you should really try to control the things that you can, which is yourself, right? And so me being as unpredictable as the market is really scary, especially for the future. Like this day could have been much worse if I had much more size in the future, which I really cannot be doing. Um, yeah. And like the root cause of all this is like just, dude, this stupid ass like plus $200 day. Like it's really killing me. Because like whenever I'm close to payout, like I just want to get a payout. So I'm not focusing on like trading good trades and finding good setups. I'm really just focusing on like winning and trading my P and L. And so like that's really bad because like I feel like losers keep you in check. Um like as long as the losers are good losers, that means you're like still adhering to your system, Like you're still trading how you plan to trade. And if that means, taking a losing day, that's fine. But breaking your rules in order to get winning days, like, I mean, still pretty early. on in my career, and like, I care more. I mean, I care a lot about like getting a payout and getting cash flow. So like I want to be honest with myself there. But like later on in the future, like, I shouldn't build these habits right now. Or I guess I should say I should get rid of these habits now before in the future where it gets much, much worse. Um, yeah, yeah. It was honestly really scary. It's a pretty scary day. And once I turn on my executions, you're gonna see how shitty it is. It's really fucking shit. And I was like, damn, what the fuck was I doing? Um, yeah. And then so price, ended up displacing higher. It took out this high, and then it took out this high. So at this point, right here, this was finally during macro time, right? So I was like, all right. I went down to like the lower time frame, like a thousand tick chart. Um, Tried to short it. Made a little bit back, but uh, I don't even know what happened. I'm not gonna lie. Um, yeah, I don't even know what happened. Man, what was all this? Yeah, I don't think I was in the market for any of this. I think I was watching this a little bit. Um, yeah, yeah. I mean, so basically, like, um, it was like a classic trend day, but this move right here kind of made me think that it wasn't going to be a trend day. Um, but I kind of still tried to play the trend. Like, so usually I try to do the midday continuation, maybe like after like one because it was pegged ADD, so it was like a longer consolidation period. Um, but I didn't get an entry here. Uh, maybe this is an entry. Uh, I guess maybe this is an entry. No. Yeah, if I wasn't an entry, I would have got an entry here. Didn't get this entry. I think I maybe might have taken like a trade later on in the day though. Um, but yeah, uh, kind of a classic trend day. Um, I wasn't really expecting price to like have such a strong move in the morning. I was kind of expecting like a continuation later on in the day, and like a kind of like a consolidation, uh, in the midday, but kind of the opposite of what we got. So we didn't really get the end of day trend move that I was kind of expecting. And so coming into today, basically price was gapping up on Tesla earnings, but also like trade talks, like easing, tensions easing. So price was gapping up and it was continuing in the pre-market. Um, yeah, so my thought process was that, all right, like here, if you look, you know, majority of these stocks are gapping up into resistance. So what I was gonna do, I was just gonna let price, distribute higher, um, and then just do its thing. But once it, takes out liquidity right here, um, this, let me mark this out so that it's easier to see. Once it took out this buy side liquidity, um, because I would consider this a major buy side liquidity. If you want the 4 hour chart, um, that's pretty major to me, right? So once price took out this buy side liquidity here, well, it made like a shitty range, uh, beginning of the day. Um, oh, but also today was another pegged ADD move. So a lot of stocks were, you know, um, gapping up today. But basically the ADD like declined so much. So like usually like, well, first of all, the Vold was high. Tick wasn't looking too bad. So like it was like a kind of like a classic trend day, but the thing is, the ADD was declining so heavily. So I was kind of expecting a failure instead of a trend day. Yeah. And so once Price took out this liquidity twice, so it kind of ran it once and then ran it twice. I was waiting for the second AM macro because the first AM macro was around here. I think I kind of fucked up around here too, but we got this displacement here is not like not the best displacement, but I entered I think around here. Um, yeah, and then price started displacing. Um, what's really annoying though is that when price started displacing here, I moved my stop closer into profit and I got wicked out right here. So it was like a 90 point trade and I got out for like 5 points. Well, it was kind of tilting, kind of made me really annoyed. But you just take it and you move on, I guess. Yeah. And then kind of rode the price down oh, okay, I forgot to mention, I caught one of the biggest trades I have ever caught, like $5,000 trade, 250 points on NQ, um, riding this move all the way down. Yeah, it was kind of crazy. And then because I was expecting a failed trend day, when price was coming back into here, I started shorting. I shorted back to new low of day, and that's where I got out for full exit. And yeah, so if you look on the P&L graph, fucking blow up, try to make some back. I made like what, like $2,000 back? Yeah, it was like down like, damn, bro, I can't even do this. Okay, anyways, yeah, I made like $2,000 back, but then lost it, then made some of it back, and then yeah, didn't end too well. But yeah, that's that. Here I took some shitty trades in the beginning. Dude, that shit always happens. Where I take like bad trades. In the beginning of the day. Basically, I'm just not being as selective as I should. And I think that comes from like just kind of like not being not having a plan and not being picky, like just trying to get these like $200 days, $200 days. Um, yeah, that's why you know, I really gotta fix that. But being honest with myself, yeah, I really gotta fix that. Well, hopefully I don't get denied on this third payout. Um, and then, if that happens, after after this, I'm gonna really focus on just trading. Like fuck the $200 days. Um, I got my payouts. I think I have good cash flow now. I think I'm feeling good. Um, just trying to get just trying to get good trades, man. Um, because it's really fucking up my trading. Because I mean, look, I am able to catch these like huge moves, these good trades. But like the big issue is um just like taking bad trades, trying to get lucky. Yeah, yeah, that's what it was. Today this day I was just trying to get lucky. Like honestly, I even caught myself asking, like, why can't I just get lucky? Yeah, I was just trying to get lucky. Here, look at this. I was in 15, literally in the same second. I got in and out at the same second because I got stopped out immediately. It's kind of insane. Oh, it's only what, 3 points? 3 points. Price just had to move 3 points, and I got in 15. Oh my gosh, and I lost $1,000 in less than a second. That's honestly pretty fucking annoying. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. So what did I learn? Um, stop trying to get lucky. Stop trying to you know stop going for these $200 days, man. Just be a trader. Just be what you are. I'm not a gambler. I don't even get lucky. I'm not even like a lucky guy. Like, just just trade, man. Just trade. Stop trying to get lucky. Um, do the work. I was lazy and I got punished. And honestly, I'd love it if I didn't get punished, but you know, yeah, that's that. Right. So let me put on the executions. You're gonna see how shitty it is. It's really bad. Oh my gosh, look at that. That is so bad. That is disgusting. That is so many trades. Oh my gosh. Look, I like looking at this, I don't even know what I did. Like that's why like another thing for me, like I need to, if I'm gonna trade like crazy, no, no, no. I shouldn't trade like crazy. That's like what the fuck? No, I'm not like the reason why it's good to, take good trades and not like be like a micro scalper like this shit is because you can actually look back at your trades and understand what you did in your thought process. How am I gonna look back at this and understand anything that I did? I don't even know what I did. Like, all right, I kind of understand like these first few trades. But like they literally had no research behind it, like no thesis. It was just me like looking at what I saw in the chart and trying to get lucky off of that. And I'm not gonna lie, I noticed myself like my first intuition is always like, well, not always, but it's usually pretty shit. Especially if I'm like woke up in the morning, haven't done any research or anything. Like it's usually pretty bad. Um, and like if I do make money, it's cause I'm lucky, literally. And so, come on, man, what is this? Minus 15, plus 15, plus 10, minus 1, minus 1. Oh my gosh. It's terrifying. It's honestly terrifying. I think I went on the 1,000 tick chart for this too. That's also like one of the things that I kind of need to like watch out for. Is that I'm not a scalper. I shouldn't really like focus too much on the 1,000 tick chart. The 1,000 tick chart really came in handy when price was so fast, and so I had to like shorten my time frame, keep a very small stop loss. So then like slimming down to like the microcosm really helps me out in like managing my stop and catching like quick moves. But that's only when volatility is high. So these moves play out really quickly. So like the 1,000 tick chart really, works out for me. But like usually, like most of the time, like the minute chart is like a good timing. It's good um for like keeping me like patient and like also like letting like the trades play out how it should play out. So honestly, I don't really need to go down to like a lower time frame. It's good to get like more depth and like more, details and whatnot. But I think the majority of my trades should stay in the 1 minute, or at least like the main thesis of my trade needs to stay in the 1 minute. Um, yeah. So, I don't even want to go over these trades, man. Honestly, these trades were just trying to make it back, but once you dig yourself in like such a big hole, you just gotta wait till the next day. You just gotta start off fresh, um, with a new chart, man. Like you're not gonna make it back. Um, even if you scrape and lick your wounds and fight like a dog. Um, at least for me, I don't really make it back. So first of all, just try to avoid these holes, man. Try to avoid these holes. Um, yeah. Over leveraging, over trading, revenge trading. Man, all the mistakes, all the mistakes were made today, I guess. Um, Later on the day, I think I took another trade. Yeah, right here. Dude, this was literally the last is MOC, bro. I tried to take an MOC trade. Got stopped out of that as well. And yeah, that's that. What a way to end the day. It's like if I had to put a candlestick on this day, it didn't even leave a wick at the end of it. It had to end out at the lows. Right. Yeah, that's kind of funny, I guess. All right, so series look a little bit cleaner, basically. What did I see? I was trying to short this. Um, Take this short. Um, Took out this, I guess, and my thought process was that um, it's a gap and go day. Well, it's like I thought it was gonna reverse or at least like try to fill in some of the gap before moving higher because the gap was so large. Um, so after it took out this liquidity, very short term liquidity. I took a short here, then I got stopped out here. Right. I think I went on the 1,000 tick chart for this one. And then, um, 9 a.m. candle open, uh, price, made like crazy wicks. took a short. So I don't take a short because I thought that since it took out more buy side liquidity, I thought I wanted to go lower. But honestly, there was no trade here. A little bit forcing it. Yeah, there was honestly no trade here. I didn't even have a thesis. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So took a trade, stopped out, right? And then so what is it? Oh, what was this? The 10 a.m. Oh my gosh, yeah. 10 a.m. candle opened. Same thing as 9 a.m. candle. I took a short, got stopped out, dude. And it does this thing where like it makes this wick comes up, but then continues lower. Same thing here. Um, Once I saw this, basically my thought process was this. Um, if this is a trend day, let me see. Yeah, so if this was a trend day, it would respect this here. Um, so if it doesn't respect this, I think like taking a short here, just risking above these highs, is pretty valid, a short stop. And yeah, so took this trade, probably started declining, and at this time ADD was dropping out the roof. So um gave me really a lot of confidence to hold, and there was a lot of low resistance liquidity here. So I just ran it for that. And if you turn the RTH session, I was just targeting the 50% of the gap. Obviously, we didn't get that. Um, I ended up taking it off at London highs and the retest of this high, right? So yeah, I took it off here. So this was like $5,000 trade. Pretty insane. Um, I low key bottom ticked it and top ticked it. Oh, that kind of looks sexy. That's awesome, dude. Um, I'm not gonna lie, I'm being honest here. I don't think I would have held it for this long if I if I wasn't in such a drawdown. I'm just gonna lie. Um, yeah. And then so I took another trade here. Basically, I reviewed a lot of the failed trend days, and they tend to trend lower and lower um, throughout the day. So just trying to catch this like kind of a steady dribble lower. The thing is, the tilt at this time was so high, like it was so one-sided towards the short, like 67%. So I was like, man, like is it really gonna work out? But yeah, I was like really confident that this was gonna be a failed trend day, but still, like the short percentage was so high, so I ended up getting stopped out. Um, yeah. And then so I took a flurry of trades in this consolidation. Basically, like I was like, if this isn't a failed trend day, it's gonna continue higher and become a trend day, right? So I tried to take shorts with this. I got stopped out. Take another short. I think I got stopped out again. Um, and then I tried to flip long. Um, that obviously didn't work out. Yep. So then I think I took a short here. Um, yeah, I think I took a short here. And the rationale is that um, what is it? Yeah, so it was after one. Yeah, was it? Yeah, it was after one. And basically on the 5 minute chart, if price was going to reverse and have a trend day, and for the end of day move, it would respect this 21 SMA, but it didn't. So that's why I took the short, and yeah, I took the short, started breaking this. And then so once it made this high right here, basically I saw this high as manipulation. So price was delivering from this high. So I added one more and I moved my stop lower to this high. Um, and then price displaced, took out these lows. Um, and then once it came here, I added once more. The reason is that like if it wasn't gonna work out, um, it's a really easy stop. So this was like kind of like a defining moment. Yeah, so price started moving down. I saw this right here where usually this was like a BPR. I think on the 5 minute as well, 5 minute BPR as well. And so usually like these tend to get filled. So that's I just took off two at like the areas where it was gonna get filled. I wasn't expecting the low to get taken immediately. The reason being is that like usually like whenever you kind of have a rollover, there's like some like gyrations along the way before it breaks. And if it does break and hold, there's like a trend move lower. But that's like oh, also like the short percentage was high. Yeah, so I took off two. Because I was -3 here, so -1, -1, -1, so I was -3. So I plus two, +1, +1. So I was still in one contract as it was pulling back. And then at right here, this was kind of the defining moment as well. I think this was a nine. Yeah, so nine SMA on 5 minute chart. Um, yeah. So I was like, all right, if it's gonna break the lows, should do it here. So I added one here, and then when I saw it like try to move higher but then move lower instead, I added one more. So I was -3, and then I accidentally added one more. But thankfully I did. Because yeah, price ended up accelerating, breaking the lows, and I took all of it off here. So thing is, I wanted to try and hold um for like 50% of the gap, um, then like these Asia lows. Um, yeah, I did want to do that, but I think the short percentage was insanely high, and then I was expecting like some pullback. Um, yeah, and I also kind of had to go to class. Yeah, um, I got pretty lucky. I'm not gonna lie with everything all together. Um, on Apex, I did pretty well, 60 points. I blew my MyFund Futures account yesterday because of this shit. Um, yeah, but still had the Apex. Did pretty decent. Caught this initial move lower on the Apex accounts. Um, but yeah, those were my trades for the last 2 days. If I'm gonna, go back and like have any like major takeaways from these 2 days, basically, fuck the fuck the $200 day, whatever bullshit. Um, no more of that shit. Lock in, get some good trades in, and good like take good losers, take good trades. Yeah, and like always have a plan. What I realized is that like once you get used to having plans, when you don't have plans, you're literally like a deer in the headlights. You're so fucked. And not even luck is gonna save you, right? And so that's exactly what happened here. Like once I'm training against, or like once I don't have a plan, it's kind of like I'm training against myself, where like I'm so fucked. Um, yeah, so trade with the plan, don't be lazy, like don't feel like you're invincible. Um I was low-key feeling a little bit invincible here. Got humbled so quick. Um yeah, I mean the loss hurts. Today makes me feel a little bit better, but still it definitely does hurt. And if I'm being honest with you, I haven't even like grown in these last few weeks. Like, the first few weeks of my account, I was taking really good trades. Well, I had cracks in my armor along the way. Um, but yeah, um, it's been like a major trend after like I managed to get like enough money for like multiple payouts. Um, I've just deteriorated my trading and I don't want to do that no more. I'm tired of it. So, major focus for tomorrow. I'm not gonna delay this, right? A major focus for tomorrow. What am I gonna prove on tomorrow is not trying to be lucky. Not trying to be lucky, trying to trade with a plan, not trying to skimp out on any of the work. Um, gonna do my work, do my due diligence, what I need to do. Um, And yeah, and also a major thing I could work on is like not taking, throwaway trades. Like, look, my profit factor is 1.5, which is pretty shit. I'm not gonna lie. That means I take a lot of bad trades. My win rate isn't even 50%. That's funny. Um, yeah, that is pretty funny. Yeah, win rate isn't even 50%. So I'm taking a lot of shitty trades. Um, yeah, they always they always look like that, where I'm like taking bad trades in the beginning of the day. So I think they all stem from like $200 day. Basically, just lock in. No trying to get lucky. No $200 days. Take only good trades, and if that means you lose, that means you lose, man. That's fine. Um, yeah. Also, some metagaming. I might want to take a micro for my first trade, but then again, that won't really feel like a real trade. But maybe it's good for like gauging the market and seeing how it feels. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's my rant. Pretty shit, pretty crazy. Last 2 days. Yeah, I'm gonna work on this tomorrow. I'm not gonna be a dumbass tomorrow. This is kind of crazy. Um, yeah, bro, having these blow up days. Um, yeah. So no more of that. Lock in, man. I'm looking to. I'm expecting major improvements tomorrow. Some cleaner trades. I honestly had a really clean trade, like clean trading on Monday. Like I know it doesn't show it here because I didn't take the trades on this account. I took it on my Apex, but still, I had pretty clean trades on Monday. And basically, I woke up early. I planned everything out. I talked to myself, and yeah. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow on Thursday. I'll make sure I don't skip out any of the steps. Um, and I'm expecting major improvements tomorrow. Yep. All right. Let's see how it goes tomorrow, I guess.